Hello and welcome back to a New Year's Eve or New Year's Day edition of Clark and Addison Born into the Ivy. Happy New Year, everybody. Not
Happy
much
New
has
Year.
been happening, sadly. I mean, really league wide, but especially for the Cubs. They have made two relief pitching additions since we last talked. Jacob Webb, another former Texas Ranger, they signed for 1 year, $1.5 million. When you look at his stats, I mean, I'm kind of excited about it for the value. You know what I mean? I mean, the guy's got great movement. Um, his oh shoot, I got out of that. His contact rate is one of the best in the game, which backs up having so much movement. He had a 3 ERA last year with the Rangers. 2 years ago, he had a 3.02 ERA with the Orioles. So his strikeout rate did go down this past year, but his walk rate went down dramatically as well. He stranded 82% of runners, which is fantastic. His fastball velocity, though, has gone down the last couple of years. It's 93.5, but he's still getting good contact. My biggest concern with him at Wrigley, if the wind's blowing out, he had a 31.5% fly ball rate last year.
Uh-oh.
So yeah, like it's a bit high. I'd like to see a little more grounders for some of these guys, but I think he's a guy that can come in. He's not. I know he had 82% runners stranded last year, but I don't know with a fly ball rate that high. I'm not sure I'd want him coming in like with the bases loaded, stuff like that. But a guy to come in and get in the fifth, sixth inning, maybe even seventh, um, a solid guy for that. Probably a fringe guy for high leverage when a bunch of other guys are tired or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Hunter Harvey, this dude, if he can stay healthy, and that's an if, could be huge. Last year, he only pitched in 12 games for the Royals, but he was absolutely dominant. He did not give up a run. He had a great FIP, even the fielding independent pitching. Really, really good, but obviously a very small sample size. The year before, he pitched for a couple of teams, had 50 and two-thirds innings, a 4.44 ERA, but in 22 and 23, he was dominant with the Nationals, and I mean dominant. He had broken out as a high leverage pitcher, and was really had kind of honed that back in before he got hurt last year. He has had some issues with Baltimore with staying healthy, but he seemed to have had 3 straight years of good health. So hopefully we can get some of that back, and he can be a dominant pitcher. I was a little surprised at how much they paid him, 6.5. It's 6 or 6.5. And although I don't think that's terrible for what we could get for him, I think that it was a little higher than I anticipated. You know what I mean? Given some of the injury history. What are your thoughts about those guys?
I think they're definitely a good addition to the team. I mean, again, the Cubs are doing what they said they were going to do. We're going to get more pitchers, especially if we're not going to sign the guys that, we obviously the Cubs don't want to put in their budget.
Yeah.
But again, I think Hunter Harvey's a really good addition to the team. I'm not too sure about the other guy, especially with the low velocity and fly ball rate.
Yeah. It makes me nervous, for sure. Man, I can't find the other thing I had. Dang it. Um, it was about the bullpen, and oh, there it is. I just found it. Uh, I'm I'm cautiously optimistic. I was not. I didn't really have any feelings either way when I first heard about the signing because I didn't know much about him. Well, when I went and saw some of the stats and how much movement he has on his pitches, even though I mean 93.5 when it moves a lot can be more like 96, 97. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So as long as that movement continues and we have that, that's a big possible addition. I mean, I don't think a whole lot of people were too excited about Brad Keller when they first signed him to a minor league deal. So you never know quite how it's going to pan out. That could be a really nice addition too. I think it's got higher upside than I initially thought with Jacob Webb. But Harvey is the big one. It's just $6 million, not $6.5. And that again, that's not terrible by any means. I think it's a pretty solid deal. I just thought it would be closer to 4 or 5, I guess. And that 1 or 2 million can make a big difference when you start to get, because they still haven't made that big addition that everybody keeps hoping. And they're probably going to be signing another bat at some point too. So, the Cubs have spent $29.5 million upgrading and supplementing their bullpen this offseason. In terms of collective bargaining, payroll added, Phil Maton is $7.25 million. Hunter Harvey, $6 million. Caleb Thielbar, they re-signed at $4.5. I love that signing to bring him back. Hobie Milner, the more I've dug into him, the more I really like that addition too. He's $3.75 million, and Jacob Webb at $1.5 million. Colin Ray is also included in that $29.5 million, and he was a club option that was picked up at $6.5 million. And I don't think that's enough for Colin Ray, so I think that's an amazing deal. Even if he doesn't have to pitch as great as he did last year, I don't think.
Oh no.
Like, even if he is what they expected him to be last year, just a solid swing guy who comes in, eats some innings, maybe can come in a big spot when some of the other guys are tired. You know what I mean? Have pitched a lot.
Right.
Like, I trust Colin Ray just as much as I do all of those guys except maybe Maton. I think I trust him a little more. But the other part of Webb that I didn't, he has his whiff pitch is 35% the last 2 years with a changeup. It's his highest swing and miss pitch. I thought that was interesting.
Isn't that
He's got a nice changeup, it sounds like.
Cade Horton's too?
Yeah. Yep. Okay.
The changeup can really be slept on.
I'm stoked about Cade Horton this year.
Oh yeah, me too.
Outfielders that I think are good additions, possibly good additions that are still available. I thought I would have sworn Harrison Bader signed someone, but this is showing that he is still available. If that's the case, man,
I thought he did sign somewhere. I thought he signed with the Mets.
I think you're right. I don't know why this is showing that, or not showing that, but I would have sworn that he did as well. Garrett Hampson's out there. I don't know that I'm too excited about that. Mark Hanna. These are guys who are corner outfielders. Mark Hanna, Michael Conforto, Jesse Winker, Austin Hayes, Miguel Andujar. Those are all, to an extent, excite me. Mike Tauchman, but I don't think he's really what we need. We need a guy who can come in and hit lefties quite a bit. So Jesse Winker probably not the best option either, the more I think that. Mark Hanna would be amazing for that because he crushes, and I mean crushes, lefties. I think Miguel Andujar, I believe he does as well. Those are probably the best ones. Maybe Chris Taylor. He's another guy. He could even play center. He did not have a good year last year, so that probably gives a little pause for concern. But maybe he'd be willing to sign a minor league deal, come in, compete for a roster spot, and even be willing to go down to Iowa for a month or two and see if there's an injury. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
He's had some really big moments for the Dodgers in the past.
So Harrison Bader is still a free agent. Apparently, it didn't go through. Yeah.
All right. Well, I mean, honestly, that's my preference because he also hits lefties really well.
Apparently, he's looking into going to the Tigers. Is the rumor?
They'll probably pay him more than Will Lewis.
Oh yeah, probably.
So, I think he's looking at $10 million, and that would 10 to 15. If I remember.
Yeah, he's looking more than 10 because he declined a $10 million deal with the Phillies.
Okay. I still think because he plays really good defense in all three outfield spots, and I mean the biggest reason the PCA played so much against lefties, even though he struggled so much offensively.
It's because his defense was
Yeah.
unmatched.
So if you could find another guy who could take that pressure off him and play center field some, that'd be huge, wouldn't it?
Oh yeah.
I mean, I think his numbers go up dramatically at that rate against righties, just righties.
Uh-huh.
And I'm not saying PCA should, because you want him to grow into being able to be that everyday guy all the time. But I don't know. I think it's intriguing to me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I said, hopefully Amai will sign soon. The sooner the better, and we can find out. Alex Canario, a guy who crushes lefties. The Cubs traded him to they waived him this year. He ended up being picked up by the Pirates. He really didn't have a great year. He just signed with Japan. I just saw that. That happened like in between when I was talking about some of the other things. So Statcast, Cubs specific information. The Cubs, the hardest hit ball by a Chicago Cub this year, by Seiya Suzuki at 117.3 miles per hour.
Dang.
Isn't that crazy?
Oh yeah. I believe that ball was caught too.
I believe you're right.
Because I think I was seeing that. I think it was left field. I didn't even make it to the warning track. I don't think it was just a beautiful liner.
Yeah.
To the left fielder.
Longest home run by a Chicago Cub, Michael Busch, 466 feet at Coors Field, and that ball was a bomb. The longest home run by a Cub at Wrigley was Pete Crow Armstrong at 452 feet. That was that ball. He had not hit a home run for a good while, and he just unleashed one. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
It hit the scoreboard.
The top of the it almost went over.
Yeah, it was Schwarber-esque.
Uh-huh.
Sure. And then the top 5 catches for Statcast by a Chicago Cub were all by PCA. 2 of them had a 10% probability, and the other 3 were 5% probabilities. Just insane. That dude he's so good defensively. And then I got some that are not Cubs related. The fastest pitch, not only of 25, but recorded tracked in history, was Mason Miller against Carson Kelly in the wild card series at 104.5 miles per hour. That's insane.
You see, is that just for Statcast or?
It's the fastest one ever tracked, it says.
Interesting, because I swear Aroldis Chapman has thrown faster.
I think there's been rumors about that, but I don't think anything was ever substantiated, or you know what I mean? He's never done that in baseball, like while playing a major league game.
Right.
Longest home run.
Yeah, because
go ahead.
Sorry. Right here it says the fastest pitch in MLB history belongs to Aroldis Chapman, who threw 105.8 in 2010.
Huh?
So it must be Statcast. Yeah, it must be Statcast.
It does say since 2008 on this.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. Longest home run ever, or for 25, Nick Kurtz, 493 feet. That kid is good.
Oh, yeah.
The longest horizontal break, or biggest horizontal break in 25 by a pitcher, Joe Ryan, it was 30 inches. It was a sweep.
Jeez.
Yeah, that's some nastiness. Slowest pitch for a strikeout. Just take a guess. Over or under 50 miles an hour?
Under.
Yep. 32.5 miles per hour. Nobody cares about that one. Slowest home run trot of 2025. Over under 25 seconds.
Oh, it's got to be Juan Soto over 25 seconds.
Over under 35 seconds.
Oh, a little bit under.
It's a little bit over 37.10, and it was Josh Naylor.
Really?
That's a long time to be
Yeah.
to be trotting around.
Was it a game winner?
I'm not sure. I didn't even check.
Oh,
Hardest hit ball of 2025, O'Neal Cruz. He broke his own StatCast era record for exit velocity at 122.4 miles per hour. Oh, that was the old record. This one was 122.9.
that guy has so much pop.
Hardest outfield assist, also O'Neal Cruz. He threw that ball 102.9 miles per hour.
Wow.
He also has a lot of issues with actually trying, though.
Uh huh.
But
Yeah, he sucks in center field, but like his arm is amazing once he gets the ball.
For sure. O'Neal Cruz, hardest infield assist, or not O'Neal Cruz, L.A. De La Cruz, 98.3.
Wow.
He threw it to home plate. I thought those was pretty cool stuff. I know they're not all Cubs, but still, I thought it was cool. That's all I got. You got anything, buddy?
Nope.
Like I said, hopefully we'll get some more. Find out here in the next day or two, and at least one of us will pop on and talk about what happens with Amai when we find out more about that. Hopefully we'll be celebrating because the Cubs get him. I think he can be the high upside without having to pay $35-40 million for an ace that the Cubs need to go and pair with Justin Steele once he is fully healthy. So, and Cade, don't forget about Cade. I think he's going to grow into an ace. I just don't. I don't want to put that on him right now, and I hope the Cubs don't. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Matthew Boyd, I think, is a really good pitcher, but the team is overall better if Boyd is your 3, in my opinion, and Joe is the 4. You know what I mean? And Jameson Taillon as a 5, that's pretty amazing. Is that?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I mean, that makes me excited. Because Jameson.
I think our starting pitcher is going to be unmatched this year.
Agreed. Agreed, especially if they can go get that guy.
Mm-hmm.
So, we'll talk to y'all later. Have a great day. Happy New Year, everybody.